I had a bit of a mad moment this afternoon and I decided that I would go out for an overnight bikepacking adventure. So I had a quick look at the weather, and as you can see, it's showery and damp. But unperturbed, I've packed my bike and set off from Norwich up to the North Norfolk coast, where I'm hoping to wild camp for one night up near Kelling Heath. So I'm setting off from Norwich and I've just started the Marriott Way, which is an old disused railway track. It starts in the centre of Norwich and the first couple of kilometres are tarmacked, and then as you leave the boundaries of the city, the Marriott Way becomes just a single dirt track. The weather can't make its mind up. At the moment there's some sunny intervals, the sun's breaking through the trees. It's really quite warm and humid, but there's obviously been some recent rain showers, quite a few puddles down here, and I'm very glad that I put the all-weather lubricant on the chain before I set out, because by the time I've ended the Marriott Way, I'm pretty sure that the chain and the rest of the bike is going to be absolutely covered in filth and muck. Part of the fun, isn't it? Very, very pleasant at this time of year. Some fantastic colours as the green leaves are starting to turn as autumn fast approaches. The month is September here in the UK, and although it's relatively mild, the nights are drawing in and there's definitely an autumnal feel about the place. One of the features of this Marriott Way are all the disused railway bridges that you come across in the middle of nowhere. Approaching Whitwell station, just short of Reetham, and they've resurrected a little bit of the old railway line and put a couple of carriages on here, and I know that they also have a steam engine or two. Okay, so I've decided to take a little break. I've been coming up the Marriott Way now from Norwich, approximately 21 kilometres, and I've reached Whitwell and Reetham station. So I didn't get a chance to show you the packing of the bike bags when I was back at home. Just have a quick look at it now. On the front I've got the Roswell Attack handlebar bag, and inside there I've got my sleeping bag, my bivvy bag and my inner bag. On the crossbar I've got just the small crossbar bag with a few bits of food. The frame bag underneath has got miscellaneous equipment, and then on the back saddle bag I've got my sleeping mat and my poncho. This is my bike puncture repair kit equipment, and I've got a couple of lights fitted as well. I've got about another 30 kilometres to go to push on north from here, so let's get going. Just left the Marriott Way and I'm now on some small roads heading north back onto prepared surfaces, so hopefully the rolling resistance will be a little bit better and I'll make better progress. I've arrived at my overnight wild camp stop. I'm up on the Kelling Heath area between High Kelling and Weybourne and Holt, and set up my bivvy just under this tree. And try not to lose any of my equipment. Set my helmet over by the bike. Alright, the light is fading pretty quickly now, so I haven't really got much of a chance to show you the tarp. Perhaps I'll show you a little bit more detail tomorrow, but while I can, I'll just try and shine the light on what I have constructed so you can have a quick look as I finish off preparations for tonight. Here's the tarp. I put it up using a sort of ridge pole construction. I have the tree as the rear post and the variable length walking stick at the front. Managed to get a bit of tension there on the surface, so hopefully if it rains it will run off. Right, I'm going to try and bring in the sleeping mat now. I've let the mattress self-inflate, and then I've put it inside this Gore-Tex bivvy bag, and then I've placed the sleeping inner inside the sleeping bag, and then the sleeping bag itself. So I think I'll probably sleep on a bit of a diagonal and something like that. Okay, right, let's get the rest of the gear in. So after 50 kilometers to get here we are. It's about 8 o'clock at night, it's completely dark outside. It's ever so peaceful outside at the moment, just heard an owl, but very little wind. And fingers crossed at the moment, no rain. So I'm going to have a bite to eat. Probably going to eat one of these things. It's a sort of cold tuna salad with pasta. I'm definitely going to now crack open the beer. So see you tomorrow. Cheers. Oh. Morning everyone. As you can hear, it's raining at the moment. 6:30 in the morning. But this is a beautiful time of the morning. I can just see the sky is brightening up. I'm looking east through the opening of the tarp. I must say this is one of the nice things about wild camping, is just that feeling of being out with nature, hearing the wind and the rain on the tarp. Yeah, it's great. Oh. As you can probably hear, it's still raining quite heavily. I'm just going to heat up this coffee. I'm not in any rush to go anywhere this morning. The weather seems to have cleared up a little bit. The rain is just dying down now, so I'm thinking about packing up and heading off. These shoes are great. They've got the SPT cleats which are well set inside, so when you're walking off the bike, you know, they're just like a pair of trainers really. Right, now it's time to pack up the sleeping bag, and I've got to say the sleeping bag feels dry. Perhaps just the very tip of the toes is damp, but that's pretty good. I think the Gore-Tex bivy bag did its job. It's not the smallest sleep mat out there on the market, but by Jove, that is very effective. And just do up the cap, make sure that the air can't get back in. And that packs down to that size. Right, now that leaves the Gore-Tex bivy bag, which I tend to fold in half. Now this has got a little bit wet on the end. I think that's more or less because my feet were just at this exposed end and the rain has obviously ingressed a little bit. So starting with the handlebar bag, I'm going to put the Gore-Tex bivy bag into there, followed by the sleeping bag, followed by the sleeping bag inner. Now put this handlebar bag onto the mounting system with 2 clips. As much air out of there as I can and compress it. Pull that nice and tight.